to Skulls and Shackles Season 2, Week 22, maybe? Yes, Week 22, I knew that without double checking, but I did it anyway because I double check everything. Man, that was weak. Okay, speaking of checking in, if you're watching this on YouTube, there should be a skip introductions button above my face right about now. Speaking of those introductions, Dan, how are you?
I'm doing all right since you last saw me. Same old internship stuff. I just picked up Crypt of the Necrodancer. My brother got it for me for my birthday. I am 24 now. Doesn't feel much different from being 23, perfectly honest. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
Old man Dan.
yeah, old man.
I think I'm 29 now. I had a birthday some time ago.
Wait a minute,
I don't know,
Arthur's
like
older than me?
a week or two. I'm old as fuck, man. And it's that old wisdom. I've lived a lot of shit.
And I
Stop
love
laughing, man. Holy
I love
fuck.
it because Adam and Craig is keeping a straight face on how we talking how old we are, and they're like, you damn
Listen,
young kids.
I can't match Craig, okay? He's a fucking great-grandfather.
I'm not saying anything.
He's got wisdom that I respect.
Yeah.
Let's jump over to that,
That's a
Craig.
nice way of
How
putting
are
it.
you this week? How are you this week?
I'm doing good, man. My daughter and her fiance and their kids went to a friend's house for the week, so we got a nice, quiet house this week. Peaceful, no barking dogs, no running kids. So, but we're looking forward to getting back. So.
Yeah. Last week I just saw a random kid just walk up behind you, and I was like, huh, that must be kids.
Yeah. Yep, that's the youngest. He's quite a character.
Sound like one of my nieces.
Hey, Adam, how are you doing? That couch or chair, whatever you're in, looks comfortable as fuck, man. That looks
Thank
like
you.
brown leather.
It's a brown leather love seat recliner, so I got the feet kicked up and really relaxing. So it's been a busy weekend. A lot of outdoor chores, staining fences, and just trying to get my house into order. But yeah, so I was so looking forward to today because I'm going to be inside. It's going to be cooled down. I'm in my basement. I won't be sweating from the hot orb above. So yeah, I'm super excited to play, and it's been a pretty good week. How are you doing?
Well, let's ask Dom, and then
Oh,
I will
sorry.
tell you how I'm doing.
Well, I had two awesome things this weekend. One, I learned about tire pressure this weekend, which is I never had to worry about that before because apparently I had a piston failure and I had to manually test my tire pressure and look up online to do it right. Which I know about that now, so I have to make sure I do that at least once a month now. Two, apparently me and my 14-year-old brother are basically twins because my mom is like, we act exactly alike, so I told her that means he'll never grow out of it. So I had a pretty good weekend.
Okay. Well, I was so tired of waiting for my tablet to get fixed at this fucking repair place. Fuck you, cell phone repairs. You are the worst in the world. It is taking you 2 weeks, and my tablet is still not repaired. So, I decided to take my frustrations out by reinstalling Counter-Strike Global Offensive, a first-person shooter, where I found out when you don't play, your rank is not set in stone. You lose your rank. And so I said, fuck it, I'm not just going to regain my rank. I'm going to get swole as fuck and get a rank up above that. So I spent all week shooting people in the head with automatic weapons. And I have finally, minutes before the show started, achieved Nova 1. One of the lowest ranks possible, but still higher than what I had. So that was my goal.
That sounds like my
I
little
am
brother.
terrible at shooting people in the head, but I do it with a lot of bullets.
Yep.
That's how I roll, y'all. Alright. So, introductions should be over right about now. Does... Oh god, I say this knowing Dom is in the room. Does anyone want to recap what happened last time?
Montage. Everybody need a montage.
We're officially free captains now. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We went back to the port, sent our plunder over, met with Hurricane King, got our free captaincy.
Met an
Told
old
some
friend.
tall tales.
Pirate Lord,
yeah,
Tessa,
yeah.
Pirate Lord
Big three.
Tessa Fairwind has a new booty call,
It's true.
which is me.
Yeah, yeah. Hooked
I
up.
like how the only reason you remember that name is because she's having sex with you.
You forgot about Sarah Quinn.
Yeah, you
Sandara
guys.
Quinn.
Yeah, look, you're not having sex with the NPC, so you don't remember that bitch's name. Am
I
I
remember her
right?
name earlier. It was Dom who didn't remember her name.
Dan's all like, turn around. Oh, I remember you now.
He's that guy. Oh yeah, by the way,
Did you really, man?
I
Oh,
forgot to tell the chat something. I'm actually GM 2 pirate games.
yeah.
That's gonna be good
we
for
went
Talk
to
Like a Pirate Day.
Tavern, I guess, afterwards, and
Place.
caught one of the former crewmates trying to knock people out,
Again.
and figured out that she was the one that originally knocked us out when we first got.
I think you'll remember.
She had nothing
said
to
she vehemently denied being the person that did that.
Yeah,
That made a
She's the
sense
person
motive.
that's doing that now.
yeah. We picked up some charts. They gave us some charts that we can always tell, so we have a GPS, so we always know where we're at now. And a pennant that we can fly for help on the mast of the ship. And Undiscovered Chamber of the Dark Tomb of Malice is written down here, and I have no idea what that means or why it's there, but that had something to do with it. That's all I got, y'all.
All right. So where you actually left off was, well, a lot of people left chat. Probably after the whole thing about messing with NPCs.
Oh, really?
I'm so good at this. Amazing at stream hosting. Just
All right, guys. Bye.
They're long gone. We left off. You were accepting an invite to the Temple of. I'm sorry. It's the House of Stolen Kisses, which is a temple to
Calistria.
Yeah, I was like, damn, what is that god's name? She's Elven, Vengeance, something. Yeah, it is on the city of Quent in the Isle of Motaku. It is a very nice pirate port. As some people have said, maybe they're putting on airs or trying too hard. But it's one of the most pleasant cities you've been to since you. In fact, it is the most pleasant city you've been to since you've gotten here. The closest to civilization. I think we come back in with the intro credits fading out. And I believe Adam, your character Alaris had chosen to wear something like Calistrian temple wear, right? You chosen to pick an outfit that matched one of their like spy uniforms.
It was the black mesh with the yellow trim.
Yeah.
Very revealing.
So, as you guys are approaching this Calistrian sacred temple / brothel / spy agency / murder for hire, just to be clear, it is all of those things at the same time.
Carnal pleasures, find it here.
The song that's playing is Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow, because every single person outside the temple is wearing black and yellow clothing. And it's in like slow motion, and everyone's doing stuff you would expect in The Wire. Like they're selling drugs in slow motion, they're throwing gang signs, they're nodding at each other, people are exchanging money and then walking into like dark rooms together. And a lot of the men there look like Alaris. They're elves, they're very handsome men, they're wearing outfits similar to him, but much sexier. Like, there's no mesh involved. There's a lot less clothing. It's all very tight. There's a lot of, like, that thing where guys turn around and show off their butt by, like, wagging it back and forth. There's a lot of that. Like, as women walk past, they're just doing, like, they're twerking. Yeah.
They're kind of like Magic Mike backup dancers.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Definitely Magic Mike going on. I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard it's a normal Callistrian establishment thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Except it's pretty much the chief one. A woman approaches you. It's very clearly Dindrian. And, you know, the music's still playing, so she's walking forward in slow motion with, like, her ribbons trailing in the breeze. And she just, like, slyly looks over the rest of you and says, hello, my name is Dindrian. I understand you wanted a meeting with me.
I did. I made the request. Good to meet you, priestess. I bow.
High Priestess.
Formally. High Priestess. Sorry.
She is, there's no need for formalities between us. Please, just call me by my first name. Hi.
Now, I believe we have formal business with you, but on a personal note, I would like to be more engaged.
When you
in your
say
order.
that, she like moves forward and puts a hand on your shoulder and another hand on your hip. It's like, yes, a personal note.
Yes, I would like to go through any type of training to be formally inducted in your order.
She's like, I can attend to your training myself. Which of our branches would you like to be inducted in? I have a particular one in mind for you.
The one I am seeking is
sure they're
called
talking about
the
a job.
branch of the Holy Vindicators.
She's like, oh, well, we could always use another temple warrior, I suppose. I was hoping you had gone along the line of the sacred prostitute. Well, I'm sure that we can find you a nice pamphlet and an application form. Now, what was that formal business? And she, like, gestures toward the entrance of the temple, and we have, like, one of those walking montages where she's, like, walking along, and people are handing her things to sign. And, like, in the background, there's, like, Spartacus-level sex scenes going on. Where, like, yeah, there's, like, wine going everywhere, and occasionally, like, something opens up, and you see, like, two people banging. And then someone, like, some servant, like, walks forward and looks at you strangely and closes the blinds in front of you. Mm-hmm. Is anyone uncomfortable in this temple?
I was raised in this type of temple, remember?
Yeah, I know.
I would imagine Sifrig is really uncomfortable. Dwarves are pretty reserved people in general.
Yeah, so. I think that couple that was banging, they were both dwarves. Yeah.
That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, like the servant was a halfling, is just like scowling at you because you were looking in there, and he closes it in your face. You stop in a very fine circular chamber that's, you know, all cushions everywhere. It could be something like a... There are, like, Mediterranean restaurants where they just have, like, rugs all along the walls and the ceiling in order to, like, cut out any noise. You know, like, makeshift sound breakers. Yeah, so there's, like, that all along the sides of her chamber. And just cushions everywhere, silks. There's a 4-post bed with, like, no curtains in the middle. And she just sits down on, like, the bed and gestures for the rest of you to take a seat along the wall. Anywhere you want.
I take a look at my surroundings to see if there's any trapdoors, weird things like that.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Nope. Oh yeah, I get +1 if there's a... No, let me see. What's this danger sense that does for me?
Okay, there are definitely secret doors in here, but they're secret only insofar as they're definitely meant to be service entrances.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, they're hidden only insofar as maybe they were cleverly worked into a corner, although there's not really corners, but they were worked into, like, the stonework. People, like, as you're looking around, people, like, open them up and come in with, like, silver trays with drinks on them.
I'm gonna seat myself in the closest thing to a corner as possible.
It's a circular room, so there's not really...
There's not really any corners. Alright. I guess so I have a good view on the door we came in, then.
Okay. So you're sitting on the far side of the room.
Maybe not the far side, but like maybe at a 90-degree angle.
Okay,
Almost.
all right, perpendicular.
Perpendicular to where we came in, just so I can glance off in that direction.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
not too
grab a
particular
seat.
where I'm sitting. I'm just
Okay, you're
soaking
just
in the
coming in.
surroundings and trying to get myself comfortable. You know.
Is there like a beanbag kind of seat?
Yeah, sure. There's
Yeah,
a
that's what I go
beanbag
for.
chair. That
I go
sounds
for that.
sufficiently hippie-ish. How about you, Scourge?
He's just gonna flop down somewhere that looks comfortable.
All right. So yeah, they bring in like roast meat. Looks like both like barbecued pork and like straight up like a hog, small hog with an apple in its mouth, and like some sort of egg-based pastry dish. And
Meringue.
plenty of goblets with different colored liquids in them. And she's like, please, before we begin our business, I understand you've come from Admiral Tessa Fairwind, so I must say, you must enjoy the level of refreshment that we offer here. Please, it's on the house.
I kind of raise an eyebrow. Something free in the church.
Sifrig finished his before she finishes talking.
The servant in front of you, like, kneels down, and it's a very tall, willowy, blonde elf lady, and she's like, would you like another, sir?
Is that a joke? Or are you serious?
She's like... she smiles slightly and says, I could have one made for you.
He'll look around the room, see what everybody else is doing real quick before he answers.
I'm definitely enjoying the refreshments and food, trying to fit in with this new order.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
kind of
this is-
examine it. And
I'm definitely sipping something.
I'm
Yeah,
examining
this is-
it before I take it.
This is kind of puny. Yeah, if you have something a little bigger, that'd be great.
She's like, I'll make sure that we have a entire whole hog. I believe we have something prepared out back.
Oh, I thought she was asking about the drink.
Oh yeah, no, she can. She's like, we have plenty of dwarven ale if you would like.
Okay. Oh yeah, that would be marvelous.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I did. When the letter had been sent ahead, we did not realize that there had been such a amazing dwarven captain in our midst. I'll make sure to pull out the good stuff. And she like pats you on the cheek as she like moves back into the alcove, and they all like whisper away. All of the servants. You guys have got your nice meat and dessert and your drinks. And Dindrian is like, so, your letter said that you had come on behalf of Admiral Tessa Fairwind. What purpose do you have here?
Don't everybody talk at once.
I'm still examining the food to see if it's poison or not.
Well,
Okay.
Aren't we trying to gain alliances with some of the other free captains?
last I heard, word on the channels was the Chelish Navy is making some moves. Wondering if you knew anything about that.
She says, yes. You're talking about the spies and the Shackles. We
Yeah.
do have leads on such information, of course, and I would be willing to give anything I could to my dearest friend Tessa, but she knows the rules. These secrets are shared in confidence with many of my secret prostitutes in the heat of passion, and as you know, I cannot simply give them away for free. I would expect you to perform a service for us.
Wouldn't
As it
have
so
any
happens, I happen to have a service in immediate need.
I'm guessing one favor per service.
She says, there's only one thing I need lately. And she looks over to Alaris smugly when she says that. And she says, well, two things, I suppose.
I also would like to get some information on what's going on in the Blue Islands. I heard my mother.
Don't push your luck. Don't.
She says, your mother in the Blue Islands. Interesting. Well, I suppose we could make a personal arrangement.
Okay. As I'm still smelling the food through to make sure it's not poison.
Do you have a profession chef of any kind?
Yes, I do.
Really? Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let me see.
I'm actually shocked.
Dude, I have a lot of professions.
A player character with a useful
With
ability.
an actual profession.
Yeah, man, it's like Smith in Jade Region, who had profession guard and barrister, and got to use both of them.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Only thing I
the
need is-
food is not poisoned.
Because remember what happened last time I sat down to a dinner table?
Yeah.
I
Only
went
profession
face
you
first.
need is profession adventure.
Just real quick, I want to just because the audience might not remember, and you might not remember, the person you sat down to that dinner with, you then hired that person after they poisoned you and knocked out all of your crew members except your captain. Then you hired them on as the new chief advisor to the Blue Isles. And now all of a sudden you're hearing that there's problems in the Blue Isles because someone is suppressing the populace.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I have my suspicions. who it
Okay.
is.
Just
But
want to bring
I-
that up in case you missed it.
Well, she's kind of not stable, so
It's only because you killed her father.
I didn't kill her father.
Really? Really? Because I seem to remember everyone being like, yeah, man, let's wreck this tavern. We're going to make it a youth establishment.
I was off doing my own thing that time, remember?
All right.
I was actually doing other side
Enough
quests.
flashbacks to the past. We flash back to the current. And Dindrian says, well, so just to be clear of what's on the table here, if you want information on the spies in the Shackles who work for the Chelish Navy, I'll need you to perform a certain service immediately. Any other side jobs you're looking for, we can exchange information on a one-for-one basis.
Fair enough.
Of course.
Sounds fair.
Now, of course, if someone was to become a holy servant of our temple, we might be willing to bend the rules a little bit, but until that time passes...
Anybody in the
That is definitely my intention, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it.
So yeah, she kind of smiles crookedly and says, many of our clients do not intend many things with us, and yet we still get what we want.
That's what I'm willing
I think
to
she,
learn.
like, takes a deep breath and, like, adjusts the holy symbol of Calistria on her neck, and she says, we'll have to teach you about the faith, I see, from the beginning. No worries. You've got a long time.
I look forward to the training.
What an
any
odd turn of phrase.
opening in the thievery department?
She's like, thievery? My goodness, no. The Temple of Calistria wouldn't condone thievery. Such a base and petty crime.
Yeah, all depends on what you want to steal, like secrets.
She's like, we would never steal secrets.
What do you need us to do?
Well, as a matter of fact, a ship that was owned by this temple, called the Lady Sing, has recently gone missing. Our divinations have revealed that the ship was attacked by a group of pirates who deliberately lure ships into danger so they can salvage the cargoes of the resulting wrecked ship. Piracy, of course, is a fact of life here in the Shackles, but the Lady Sting was flying an official Calistrian flag and was carrying a relic sacred to our faith, a gold-plated wasp statue known as the Golden Vespel. We seek vengeance. And she, like, stops when she says the word and, like, puts her hands on the bed and spreads them out. And it's clear that vengeance means, like, death. She's saying vengeance, but she means kill everyone. We need vengeance on those wreckers. Enact the goddess's revenge upon them, recover the Golden Vespel, and I will give you a lead on the spies that you are seeking.
Any idea where they're hanging out?
She says, as I said, our divinations have only told us so much. But you can make a knowledge local check.
I can try.
Okay, what's my knowledge? No, cool.
Nope.
I have
Ooh,
plus
no.
10.
I know nothing.
Let me see. Knowledge.
Yo, Jon Snow, get up out the way.
That's what I learned from Game of Thrones. He don't know shit.
Jon Snow knows nothing. Not a whole lot's going to save you from rolling a
Okay, 24. All right, that's high enough that I'm even going to set a scene for this. And you get bonus points if, in Twitch chat, you could tell me what video game I blatantly ripped this from. Or in the YouTube comments. We take ourselves back to a week ago when you were still in Port Peril. It's after you became free captains. So I think it's like as you're like provisioning the ship. There's an open bar that's like on the port. So while you're like walking up and down the gangways, there's like tables set for like crewmen who really want to drink as soon as they get off the ship. And there is a very distinguished-looking, elderly elven gentleman with a very close-cropped white and silver beard, and a cat person, a female cat person, from the far reaches of Tian Sha with, like, facial tattoos of, like, a dragon and some sort of gnomish